Hello and greetings everyone. Today I wanted to react to another song from emmka Sounds, which is also a pretty good AI music video channel. They have some brilliant stuff on there. Subtitles are turned on because they said they don't provide their own. And I hope you enjoy this. Let's just go straight into it. If you want to see the whole video without me interrupting all the time, please go and watch the original video. I will link it in the description. And with this, please leave a like, a sub, whatever, a comment on the original creator, and here too if you like. And now we actually start. Have fun. Nice intro. However, as far as intros go, I think this is already a little bit too much power. Like, intros should build up the song, not be the strongest point of the part of the song. This is, by the way, a typical element in some metal music bands area. It's basically the, oh wait, everyone stop talking, and now this phase is the, hey, now actually the song is gonna start reminder. You can do it. I personally don't like it all that much. So now they have the attention of the audience. This intro, like this last part of it, really well done, brilliant singing. I like it. Let's get it. From the shadows we return. Oh, sorry, I was wrong. I turned off the YouTube subtitles. They used to not provide them. Apparently, now they do. So, great job. Through the fire, worlds will burn. Ancient hatred forged again. Power rises without end. Voices echo through the void. All resistance to destroy. Fear becomes a sacred law. Darkness sends us to no more. The light grows. I mean, text-wise, this is not entirely true. Like, the Sith Empire is not based on fear, and fear definitely isn't the law. However, you should be afraid to break the law, because punishments for crimes are pretty severe, which also means during Sith rule, usually the crime rates drop drastically. And fun fact, historically, whenever the Sith ruled, the galaxy flourished. Trade went up, crime went down, societies flourished, education went up. It was really a good time for most inhabitants of the galaxy. It doesn't mean Sith are good guys, they clearly aren't, but their rule is actually putting a big plus on the galaxy. Definitely better than Republic times, where corruption and crime just run rampant. Weak beneath the flame, the galaxy will know. The Sith shall reign across the endless stars. The Sith shall reign through fear and endless wars. Now, music-wise, this is really good. Like, this is actually brilliant singing. I really do enjoy that. I like the music. I think the upbeat is unexpected but nice. But again, with the lyrics, I am not so sure, because under Sith rule there is order in the galaxy, and there definitely is law, and the Sith don't really fight wars anymore, because when the Sith rule, they kind of put an end to any uprising or problem pretty quickly. So endless wars, that happens when the Republic and the Sith clash, but usually when the Sith rule, there isn't really all that much war happening, because they put an end to it by just oppressing any potential fighting. There is one area where I can say, okay, that's actually different, because there was in the ancient Sith Empire, and to a smaller degree it was still somewhat tolerated in the Old Republic era, if the Council of Sith, the ruling body, agreed to that. And that's if you had an issue with a rival and you were a powerful Sith Lord controlling multiple planets or a star system, and you had an opponent that you just couldn't settle things with in a normal fashion, they may sometimes sanction a special sort of duel. And in that duel, it's not the two Sith Lords fighting each out and the survivor of the battle wins, which would have been the preferential way of dealing with this. No, they actually allowed them to throw everything they had at each other. So all their resources, all their military, all their planet's economy, whatever they had, they could throw at each other. They could theoretically just meet on a planet, settle it with a duel, and that's that. But that's not what happened. What usually happened is that there was wars fought from one Sith Lord against another Sith Lord, the servants of each killing each other for their lords, and the winner of this would then be at the mercy of the loser of this would then be at the mercy of the winner, and the winner would decide what happens with the loser, which isn't necessarily death, could also be a demotion, deranking. Maybe all the wealth and planets that the loser held went to the winner. That's really up to the winner to decide what happens then. So yeah, endless wars, not really, though, but there is a potential for that. Let's keep on.
The force alive can break the chain. The dark side rises once again. The Sith shall reign.
Not sure if that's a wordplay on the living force, because the living force certainly doesn't break chains. The dark side sort of does. I'll go into that deeper in a different video.
And nothing stays the same. Empires fall before our will. Silence spreads and all grows still.
Which empires though? Because the Sith empires are pretty much the only empires around. Like the Rakatan Empire was pre-Sith and destroyed itself. And the other things that the Sith crushed were usually monarchies or republics or other similar systems to that, not really other empires. Like the only other empire in the timeline that I can think of is the Chiss Ascendancy, which is basically on par with the Republic and the Sith Empire, and they are technically speaking, they are an empire, but they're not in conflict with the Sith at all. Indeed, they aid each other.
Every world beneath the sky learns the truth that hope can die. Blaze ignite against.
Sorry, reminds me of a saying, hope dies last, but it dies.
The storm, ancient power takes its form. No redemption left to save. Only strength the darkness gave. From pain we rise, through rage we lead. The dark fulfills what fate decrees.
I wouldn't say the Sith lead from rage, because if you're a Sith that does that, you won't get far. I mean, you do need brains. They fight with rage, certainly, and rage is certainly a powerful fuel for the Force powers. That they're not raging maniacs like Kylo Ren. They actually know what they're doing. The Sith wouldn't be tolerated as leaders and be as supported as they are if they were like unstable, crazy people. They aren't like that. They are very calculating. They can be very, very rational, and the sad thing about the Sith is that they have usually no concern about the lives of others. They are basically the military guy that, well, soldiers are just another resource type. So yeah. Yeah, that's absolutely what they do.
Every throne and every crown will be dragged before us down. The Sith shall reign. The galaxy will bow.
I'm also not really a fan of solos or long intermezzos. In typical metal songs you kinda get away with it because the guitarist usually does a crazy solo. Not the case here, I just skipped that part. That's what I meant with a nice solo. That part is okay. You don't need to drop this one, though it also just stretches out the length a little. That's the issue with Palpatine, by the way. The Sith religion, the whole base of the Sith belief is that you actually constantly are challenged by everything, that you seek out problems to solve, that you seek challenges to improve, that you seek rivals that can still put you in danger so that you are forced to grow, putting pressure on yourself to improve. So forever unopposed would destroy the Sith, because that's just not how they function, it's just not how they work. If there is no outside force testing them, they turn against each other, and that's the typical thing that happens with the dark side every single time. When the Rakata Empire was completely unopposed in the galaxy and ruled literally everything, they started turning on each other, destroying themselves, and now the Rakata are a very, very sad remnant of what they once were, confined to, I think, a single planet, and devolved into a tribal Stone Age kind culture. So yeah, forever unopposed is super bad. Luckily the galaxy has many dangerous things out there, like the Grisk that the Chiss fight against, the Yuzang Won and others. So yeah, there is still lots of opposition for the Sith to have after they have dealt with the Republic.
The Sith shall reign. The final path unfolds. When the last light finally dies, darkness claims the endless skies. The Sith shall reign.
Nice singing.
Eternal through the stars.
Oops. Sorry. Ending it to the song is fine. The singing is top notch. Like that was really good at the end there. So overall, I really enjoy the song. I really enjoy the channel. Please give the emmka sounds a thumbs up, a follow, whatever, and comment on the videos. Watch the original, and with that, have a nice day, and may the force be with you.